The only thing else you need to learn for the test is a concept known as average rate of change, but there's good news for you. Whether you know it or not, you already know average rate of change. Where do you recognize that formula from? Where have you seen that before? Yes, Emma? Slope, yeah. This is just a slope lesson. I'm even going to call it, when I go looking for average rate of change, I'm going to call it M. Because in the past, that's what we called slope. So I'm just going to call it M just to call it M. The difference here, okay, is that what they're going to be giving you, remember, you need 2 x's and 2 y's. They're going to be giving you only the x's. You need to find the y's first. Before you can plug into slope formula, you need to find the y's. I actually want to take a different approach here, because if I start off with the number 1, I'm going to lose you. You're going to get confused and you're going to give up. Because that fraction there is a little bit nasty. So I actually want to start off on a little more friendly problem. Let's start off on number 2 here. Okay. So they want to know, what is the average rate of change? Every time you see average rate of change, what do I want you to think of? Slope. And what they're telling you to do here is use slope formula from 2 comma something to 4 comma something, where they're giving you the x's, but you don't know the y's. You have to find the y's. Also very important, well, actually, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's just leave it like that for right now. Okay, let's find those, and you, actually, no, this one, you don't have as much space there as you do on other notes. I was trying to figure, because you know on the notes how I normally give you like a column to write in on the right side? That would have been great for this, but this is a different printout. So, you're going to have to find a way to squeeze this in somehow. All right. How am I going to find the y's? Well, you have to plug in x. So, like, look at this first one. Let's find f at 2, and then we'll find f at 4. If I plug in a 2 and a 4 over here, that's going to be 2 squared minus 1. And then f at 4 is going to be 2 to the 4th minus 1. You plug in, these are called exponential functions. You're plugging in the variable on the exponent. What's 2 squared? 4. What's 4 minus 1? 3. That's going to be the first y. When x was 2, y gave me 3. Uh-oh, hard one. What's 2 to the 4th? And don't tell me 8. 16, good. What's 16 minus 1? 15. So f at 4, and then it gave me 15. So now here's where you're going to have to find some space, because I'm going to go ahead and erase this. See, originally when I taught you slope, I actually taught you the formula, I guess you could say backwards, where I said y1 minus y2, x1 minus x2, because, actually, you know what? No, you know what? I think it'll still work both ways. I'm thinking as if this is either increasing or decreasing, but it's gonna still work the same way. Once you have your 2 points, it's gonna work the same way. All right, perfect. So let's just do it that way. M equals, what's the first y you see? 3 minus the second y, which is 15 over, what's the first x you see? 2, what's the second x you see? 3 minus 15 is negative 12. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. What's negative 2? Oh, sorry, what's negative 12 over negative 2? Positive 6. So when they ask you what is the average rate of change over this interval, 6 is the average rate of change. Suresh, you got that? You look cozy. All she needs is like a teddy bear and a blanket. Oh, she has a blanket. The board's over here. Yes. Let's do the. Again, I don't know where you're gonna fit this stuff, but let's do B. Those numbers that they're giving you are an interval. On an interval, they're giving you the x's. So I want to find the average rate of change between 0 something and between 5 and something. I just need to know what those are. Leslie, if I plug in a 0, it's 2 to the 0 minus 1. If I plug in a 5, it's 2 to the 5th minus 1. 2 to the 0. What's any number to the 0 power? Ask Vicente. I think Vicente knows. What's any number to the 0 power? One. Any number to the 0 power is 1. So what's 1 minus 1? What's 1 minus 1? 0. So this is actually going to go through the origin. It's at 0, 0. And then what's 2 to the 5th power? 2 to the 5th is 32. 32 minus 1 is 31. So now I have my 2 points. Let's find the slope. You could actually do y1 minus y2, or some of you love doing y2 minus y1. It actually doesn't make a difference because at the end you're going to divide. So m is equal to 0 minus 31 over 0 minus 5. That gives you negative 31 over negative 5, but you can't leave it that way because the negatives cancel. So you just stay with 31 over 5. What is the rate of change over that interval? 31 over 5. Here, let's have some fun now. Why don't you guys do this one there? B on the next one. I realize we skipped number 1, but we'll come back to it. So on number 3, do B. Do 3B. See if you can find the average rate of change there. I'll do it myself, and then we'll see if we get the same answer. They're on my paper. You can't see my paper. You got them already, so? No. Oh, wait, let me see. I might have done. Did I do it wrong? No, I did it right. No. I didn't get 3. Huh? Nope. What is the average rate of computing? The average rate of change. Yeah. You're saying it's 3? Well, I'm getting something different. I'm doing 2B. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing 3B. I'm doing 3B. I said do 3B. No, 3B. I apologize. 3B. Yes. I didn't say that before. I thought I even circled it on the board. Did I say it wrongly? Okay. 3B. I want to do 3B. go back and watch the video. I'm pretty sure I said it. Yeah. You realize we have a new function, right? You guys are picking up on that? Lewis? That's what I got. That's what I got. Yeah. 28 over 3. Let's see how he got that. So what is the average rate of change of this function from 1 to 4? So I know my points here, maybe I can squeeze them up here, are going to be 1 something and 4 something. But to find that something, I have to plug in 1 and 4. So let's first plug in 1. F at 1 is going to be 4 times 2 to the 1 minus 1. Maybe it's order of operations you guys messed up. What should you be doing first there? Subtracting, because they're both up in the exponent, and 1 minus 1 is 0. What's anything to the 0 power? No. 1. And what's 4 times 1? 4. So this missing number was, obviously I would want you to show more steps, I just can't fit it all in there, so I'm just doing it like verbally. Then for the next one, f at 4 is 4 times 2 to the 4 minus 1. What is 4 minus 1? It is 3. Then order of operations says do the exponent. What's 2 to the 3rd power? And please don't say 6. It is 8. 2 to the 3rd is 8. And what's 4 times 8? 32. So this is the 32. So that's the only thing extra that's needed beyond what you already should know, which is slope formula. Slope formula, also very popular in the hood, is 4 minus 32 over 1 minus 4. You can also do it backwards if you want. But I see I'm getting negative 28 over negative 3. If you do it backwards, you would get positive 28 over positive 3. And that's what you have to end up with anyways, because negative divided by negative is positive. 28 can't be divided by 3. Bryce, how does that make you feel? On a level from 1. You know, one of the things I was planning on doing, it's just so hard in 52 minutes, so hard to fit everything in, is like give these exit tickets where you would like put on it like how well you feel you understand it. So like Bryce, like on a level from 1 to 10, where 10 is the hardest thing ever and 1 is 2 plus 2, where would you rate that? A 3? Okay, that's not bad. I'll take this. Same exact thing, just information presented differently, a graph. So I don't know if you consider these to be easier or harder, but yes, sir. What, the first one? Oh, I don't know, let's find out. What? Oh. So they want to know what is on the interval from 0 to 1. So it's kind of hard to see, but it looks like, well, I can't see anything. When x is 0, it looks like it's going through 2. So I would say 1 point is 0, 2. And then when x is 1, is that 8 that it's going through? It's really blurry here. Might actually be better on your paper. Oh wait, no, they're counting by ones. Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, no, they're counting by ones. because it takes 2 lines to get to 2. So whatever, it doesn't really matter. I mean, like, what matters more is that once you get, because on a test you're going to be able to read it. So what matters more is once you have the points that you do it properly. So I'm seeing this as 0, 2, and 1, 8. Does anybody vehemently disagree with that? Or you're just adamantly opposed? So, because the important part today is once you have those points, to know how to use slope formula. So 2 minus 8, 0 minus 1 is negative 6 over negative 1. So take that, Jamin. You said 4. I'm getting 6. Okay, well, then fine. I'll take it. Over that interval, that's what the slope is. If you change the interval, the slope is going to change. That's why it's curving. But over that interval, that's what it is. Here, let's try to do the next one together. Between negative 3 and negative 1. I'll help you identify the points, and then you find it. So I'm getting that at negative 3. I'm actually going to say 12. 12 or 11? Let me take a step back. Is it 11, you think? You know what? I have the same paper you have. So blurry. Yeah, it's 11. That's 11. Good. It looks better on your paper than on my screen. So negative 3, positive 11, and then negative 1. Let me look on your paper. Your paper's better. You're positive 2. All right. So now find the. Now, if you understood slope, if you connect the dots on the first one, what type of slope goes in that direction? Positives, up, right, down, left. But if you connect the dots here, negative 3, 11, negative 1, 2, what type of slope goes that way? Yeah, so you better be getting a negative. Negative what? Just negative 9 only? Yeah, that sounds about right. So m is equal to 11 minus 2 over 3 minus negative 1 minus a negative becomes plus. So I get 9 over negative 2. And she's correct, that's negative 9 over 2. Okay, 1 or 2 more? Yes. 2 negative 2, what do you mean? You got a negative for an exponent? Number 3a. Okay, well, that's kind of actually what we're going to do now. So, if we go back to the first one, the reason that I skipped this is, see, she asked what happens if you have a negative on an exponent. I haven't seen the test yet. I highly doubt you're going to get a negative on the exponent. They take it really easy on you guys with these tests. But, hey, what if you do? Okay? So it's not that I have a negative here, but what I do have is a fraction as the base. So what I teach my kids, when you have a fraction as your base, choose. Oh, actually, no, we can't choose here. Never mind. They chose for us. All right, let's do A then. I forgot we're not graphing this. They're giving us the interval. So, anyways, here's what we'll leave it at this, because this is the best I could offer you. Now it's going to be too confusing. What do you see there on A? Negatives, and based on where you're going to put those negatives, up on the exponent, right? That's what you were just asking me. Well, here's what a negative does: is it flips the base. So when I say what is this function at negative 4, it means to get, so it's going to be 1/3 to the negative 4. It means get the base and flip it. If I flip 1 over 3, what do I get? 3 over 1, which is 3. And by flipping it, I can turn the 4 positive. Huh? Well, you always have a fraction. Every number can be written as a fraction. So, like let's say, give me a number. So, give me a number. Give me a number quick. She said 6, but she beat you to it. Perfect. So, let's do, what would 6 to the negative 4 be? Well, that would be the same thing as saying 1 over 6, the reciprocal to the positive 4. The negative causes you to flip, and then you can turn the exponent positive. But yeah, who wants to get a fraction? Here you don't have a choice. Like, nobody wants to end up with a fraction, but you don't have a choice there. So 3 to the 4th is 81. So 1 point here is going to be negative 4 comma 81. Let me do that in blue. Negative 481. This is, by the way, the homework for this week 17. That's what it's all on this. So, and Khan Academy has pretty good lessons on this, so it would be a nice thing for you to do. Get it done already tonight, so you can start working on your final review. Let's do the same thing, but for the function at negative 2. 1 over 3 to the negative 2. What does the negative allow me to do? Flip the 1 over 3 to be a regular 3, but then now what power do I take it to? Just a positive 2, and that's 9. So I end up with, I put in a negative 2, and I got out a 9. Put that into slope formula like they do in the hood. M is equal to 81 minus 9. The y is on top, and the x is on the bottom. Just remember to, since the second number is negative, I'm changing it to plus. We learned that before. 81 minus 9 is 72 over negative 2. So my average rate of change there is negative 36. This was all that work there was for A. Leslie, you got that all? ¿Escribiste todo? Okay. Any questions? Go home and work on this. The entire assignment for this week is average rate of change. This will be on the test on Friday.